Welcome to Daytona for the next round in the round of 12 here for the Circle B Diecast Superspeedway series, and we are in for another fantastic showdown as we search for a champion here for this season, and gonna be absolutely epic. They're already doing some practice out there as we're seeing a few crashes through the trial, but welcome to ESPN, welcome to this one. Thank you for making us a part of your evening. Qualifying just about to get underway. My name is Sam Cooper Bennett. Joining me in the booth once again is Mr. Byron Rodney. And Byron, the playoffs are in full swing right now, and this is the last round before they switch over to the round of, I believe it's the round of 8.
Yep, we're here at the world's center of racing, Daytona International Speedway. We're running the Xfinity cars. We're going to go 80 laps around here. So get ready for pack racing. Get ready for bump drafting as the Xfinity car. Oh yeah, they can suck right up as qualifying is going on the track right now.
That it is, as we are going to start qualifying with a look at one Mr. Connor Trafari, who's out on track at the moment. And Trafari's been very impressive this season. And we've got quite a few drivers for this one here tonight. Looking forward to seeing what they have on offer. And Trafari, we've seen already twice this season. He's got 2 wins under his belt, looking very impressive coming into tonight here, Byron.
Yeah, Connor Trafari, he's one that you usually see at the front. He's one that knows how to work a super speedway, and that is you need to be there at the end of this race if you want to have a chance at winning this race. We're going to have, 21, 22 cars take the green flag? I don't think we're going to have 21, 22 cars finish at the end of this thing, because you know what? Super Speedway, the big one, it can happen. It will happen. Guys get really anxious. We've seen long green flag runs and green flag pit stops out of this bunch at a Super Speedway, but when it comes time to go, it's time to go.
Absolutely, as we are watching Connor Trafari finish his lap here, and he will be the first one to put a time down for this one as he comes across the line. Frank Marchese's making his still continuing his guest driving duties. He's out on track as well, getting ready for this one as Trafari goes second. Now Ryan Decker, who we've not really spoke much about in the previous broadcasts, about being near the front, have putting down a very impressive time. He's currently at the top in currently at the top in qualifying. My God, I can't speak, I promise.
Yeah, well, what it is you got to hold a pretty wheel. You need to hold a real steady steering wheel on your qualifying lap here. They only get 1 lap. Once they come out of pit lane, they get across that start-finish line. That's it. They get 1 go-round, and the fastest one does it. And you need to hold a steady steering wheel when you do that. Why? Because if you move that steering wheel back and forth while you're running your qualifying lap, you will scrub time off of it. You will scrub speed off just by moving those wheels.
Frank Marchese, we just spoke about him. He goes to the top of the board, but still plenty of time left for people to get times. And we've got plenty of people out on track. Mark McFadden just jumping up to P4 in his machine. Greg McConey is out on track as well. We're waiting for him to put his time down as he comes through turns 1 and 2 in the number 12 body armor machine. And yeah, plenty of cars out on track. We're going to get times coming in thick and fast here, Byron.
Yeah, and they will come quick and fast. And if you take a look, the first 5 that have already qualified, only 4 1/100ths of a second separating them.
Yeah, and it's that close, and it will be that close. It always is that close on these super speedways, as Greg McConey comes down to cross the line, and he will put himself up into 3rd place. So not the best of times there for Greg McConey. Remember, these guys only have 1 lap to get it done here. As we go to Chris Worrell in the Super Speedway series, they only have 1 lap to get it done. So if you put in a bad lap, that's it. That's what you got to deal with.
Yep. In other words, you basically run what you brung. You screw up on that lap, But it's Daytona, and we've seen it how many times at a super speedway, Sam? You can be leading the race, or you could be in the back of the pack at 12th, 13th position with 2 to go and wind up leading it at the end. It's just the way a super speedway races, and these cars draft a little differently. We're going to see them up tight with each other.
And Ludwig comes across the line, and he will go P8 right now for his time, for his qualifying hit with 13 seconds left to go. Anybody that's nowhere near the line now with 10 seconds to go will not get a time, and Shane Posey just crossed the line there and will get P10. Everybody else will have to make do with the placing via iRating. So with that being said, qualifying is done and out of the way, as for some reason, that's a thing for some reason. So with that done and out of the way, we are going to go to the grid for this one. And starting up on the pole will be one Mr. Frank Marchese. What a time for him. And only his first race of the season with these guys. He'll be joined in the front row by Ryan Decker, Greg McConey and Nick Kessler make up row 2. Row 3 will be Colin Trafari and Mark McFadden. Row 4 will be Chris Worrell and Ernie Ludwig, and row 5 will be Zishan Dera and Shane Posey, Byron.
Yeah, Marcus Adams, he's going to start to the inside of row 6. To his outside elbow is going to be Michael Anthony. He'll be starting at P12 outside row 6. Row 7 is going to be Brandon Wilson and Zach Borman. Row 8, Dan Brassington and Joe Gauthier. GT Park, that's a name I haven't seen in here. New driver. He's going to be starting in row 9 alongside of Chris Walker, Elijah Innes, Dustin Longston, Jason Pappin, rounding out the field, starting shotgun, and 21st, John Lombard.
Yeah, and John Lombard doing what he does best and starting at the back of the field. GT Park is not a new name to the league. I know he's new to you, but he's very synonymous with the iRacing East Series and the Circle B Diecast Series. He's a very good driver. I will say he's very impressive out there. Just doesn't normally have the look that carries him over and gets him into victory lane. So unfortunately,
well, how many times have we seen cars have the race-winning pace, but just not the race-winning luck? How many times have we been in that position? And I want to talk about a driver on the grid, starting 8th, Ernie Ludwig. Let's talk about what happened in the Majors Series. Was brought to you this past weekend on ESPN. The Majors American Sportsman Series. They ran their Indianapolis 500, and Ernie Ludwig. Can you get a bigger heartbreak than what Ernie had on that 500?
Yeah, that was a terrible heartbreak for Ernie Ludwig, and hopefully he's recovered from that one. It does take a lot to recover from such a, well, it's not very often you run out of fuel on the final lap of the race. Let's just say that.
Well, he just didn't run out in the final lap. He ran out in the final corner of the final lap. Boy, he squeezed it for about as far as he could. Still brought it home in the 5th position overall. But, yeah, what a heartbreak for Ernie Ludwig in that race. But congratulations to him. To even get a top 5 in that crew of drivers is something.
I mean, to get... I've seen Ernie race quite a few times at Indianapolis, and every year that I've watched him race, he's got better and better and better. And this week, I think he's just gotten to the very top of what he can do. If he can carry that over next year, I reckon he can actually get himself a win next time around.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to being there to watch it. As the pace car, driven by Pache KR's leading the field, Frank Marchese's got the field in tow. He's down on the inside. He's got Ryan Decker to his outside elbow, and we're about to go racing.
Yeah, Byron, you get us started. I'm still waking up here.
This is what happens when you get an announcer that runs on Ireland time. He's an English guy in Ireland. You know, there's a song written in there somewhere. Pace truck takes that hard left turn into pit lane. Frank Marchese's got the field in tow. Green flag is in the air. They are on the loud pedal, but Frank does not get the jump he was looking for. But it doesn't matter. He backs up to the number 12 of Greg Marconi, and here away they go. Uh-oh. Did I lose my co-announcer? Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. That's all right.
No, you
As
didn't.
we see the...
I'm just being quiet for a second.
Uh-oh. Do I even want to know?
No, I'm just enjoying the start of this race. It's really good. But anyway,
I'm not that good. They're already starting to single file out all the way through the field. They know that they got to be at the end of this thing to have a shot at it. Frank Marchese's a man on the point. Got to wonder how long a tank of Go Fast is going to go here. There are no fast repairs here. Unlimited sets of tires, though they're really not going to make it. But they are running half a load of fuel, Sam. So normally we'd see, what, a 40-lap run out of a tank of fuel? We're going to see in the 20 range here tonight.
Yeah, we are, and it's going to be very interesting. Only 50% fuel load for this race, and it's going to be a question of how long can you hold on in this one, because obviously you've got to be. It doesn't, just because you start on pole, just because you're at the front of the pack, doesn't not guarantee you'll be the first one crossing the line here at Daytona. Obviously, a lot of drafting and a lot of position changes will happen on this track. For those of you that are watching that are new to this sort of racing and this track, that's exactly what we are expecting around here. For some reason, nobody in the stands here tonight, no crowds here tonight. I think they've had another lockdown in Florida for some reason.
Well, who knows? But you know what? A bit of bad news for you. Jason Papp throughputed. Was not able to take the green flag. GT Park looked like he just got in, but didn't take the green. He looked like he pit started way off the pace, as the whole pack from 1st to 20th is all running nose to tail.
Yes, they are, and it's still being led by Frank Marchese as they come out of turn 4. And everybody's single file right now. This is pretty impressive early running for these guys. And you can see at the top of your screen right there, the guys that are in the playoffs and the guys that are not in the playoffs right now. And the guys that are shaded in blue are not in the playoffs. The guys that are shaded in gold are in the playoffs. So I think that made sense. My brain still hasn't woken up yet. But Greg McConey pushing the living daylights out of Frank Marchese right now. This is pretty impressive running by these two so far.
Yeah, we got a 6-car breakaway, but don't look now. Here comes the rest of the pack. Ernie Ludwig in that 16 machine. 26. And Connor Trafari. Ernie Ludwig was the last one in the 16 machine. Connor Trafari just caught up, and the whole rest of the gang caught up. This is one big giant conga line. Looks like they're just kind of behaving themselves, feeling it out, figuring out what are we going to do. And what can you do for strategy on this, Sam? When you come for your green flag stop, because you know we're going to see them, are you a 2-tire stop? Are you a no-tire fuel-only stop? Half a tank of fuel is 2 tires. Does it? You're going to be able to get a full half tank of fuel by taking 2 tires, or would that delay you? What's the time difference on it? Strategy's going to play.
Absolutely, yes. We'll find out very soon. And you said Ernie Ludwig's a 16, but he's got the number 26 in his car. I might have to have a word with him about that. Connor Trafari's still running back there. He's not wanting to see that. I don't think he wants to see that gap going too far in front of him, as we've got 2 up on the high side. We've got the 23 of Chris Walker, and I think Dan Brazington's gone and joined him up there. I think that's the yeah, that's true. So the 2 Voodoo drivers going to the high side right there.
Yeah, the 2 cars by themselves on the high side, you can see it. It's like a parachute's behind them. They're getting overhauled by that inside line. They're going to want to drop it back down unless this is strategy. Like I said, it's Superspeedway racing. You can be in the back of the pack, have 2 laps to go, and be up front by the end. And so we'll see what the strategy is. They're dead set on that high line, and they're holding serve right now, right about the 12th, 13th position.
That they are, as we come down to complete lap 6 of 80 here at Daytona. The running order right now: Marchese, your leader; McConey in second; Nick Kessler is in 3rd place. Then you've got Ryan Decker and Mark McFadden rounding out your top 5. His teammate Ernie Ludwig is right behind him. So Jawbone Motorsports are really going for it in this early running of the race. And McFadden, I will want to give him a shout out. He's been super impressive this season as well.
Yeah, rocking the blue colors on that 71 machine. You know, something I'm noticing, Sam, is they are not bump tracked. And I see Greg Marconi up there pushing on Frank every now and then, but I'm not seeing them all too close. So I'm not having to see him duck in and out to get a gulp of air on that motor. These cars are handling the aero a little different, but they will suck up and they will bump draft. But as we're taking a look right now, I can see that starting to happen. Wow, here comes an outside run. Well, look at the run the 83 has got right now, and he has got some cars in tow.
Yeah, the 83 of Shane Posey going to the high side. He's brought, I believe, Joe Gauthier with him. So we've got some people now deciding to go to the high side. We're only on lap 8 of 80, so making these runs pretty early. But if you can make them well, then why not make the moves? As he's already got around Ernie Ludwig. Mark McFadden's decided to go to the high side as well, so people do want to make that push forward, and I think that's the reason why they're doing this, is that because they've seen Marchese and McConey start to stretch their lead over them at this point, and they don't really want to see that happen at this early stage.
Nope, Marconi goes up to block the outside lane advance, so we got a 2x2 up here at the front of the pack, as Marconi gets shot to the lead, but he's trying.
Oh, there it is!
Chaos ensues behind him. We got the big one.
That we do. Nick Kessler involved. Ernie Ludwig, unfortunately, involved. And a lot of things going on. Caution is out on the track right now. And
yeah,
we'll
that started with Ernie Ludwig in the middle.
If I can find it, and if it'll let me.
Ernie Ludwig got put into a 3-wide situation coming off of the corner. He just had a ton of momentum, moved up to the middle lane.
Absolutely, that's the first big one of the night. Lots of
and the 6 of Chris Worrell just got turned, and then it all chaos kind of broke loose.
Yeah, unfortunately, as McFadden able to get away with that one. John LeBombard still at the back there. Marcus Adams at the back there. You got Ernie Ludwig. The two biggest losers out of that one were Ernie Ludwig and GT Park. Both of them still running though. Although Ernie Ludwig is missing the hood off his car now.
Yeah, but GT Park, you know, it looked like he pit started, and he was way, way in the back.
That he is.
So he's going to be catching up on this. He'll be back to the front. Michael Anthony, he sent a message. Might want to take a look at that from his in-car.
Yeah, we will. As we'll go back and take a look at it right now. We're going to see it from Michael Anthony's point of view, as no, we're not, because it's going to mess up. There we go. But he did make it through, though.
Oh, yeah, he did some bobbing and weaving. Hard on the binders. To the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. Boy, he was sawing on that steering wheel like he was swatting flies, let me tell you.
That he was, as there is McConey just coming out of pit road. He does not win the race out of pit road. I believe Elijah Innes is the man that's won the race out of pit road, followed by Shane Posey and Mark McFadden. Those guys, I believe, only took 2 tires. Actually, they only took fuel. Elijah Innes stayed out, whereas Shane Posey 8 seconds in his pit stall. Mark McFadden only 6 seconds in his pit stall. So those two only taking fuel at this pit stop.
Elijah Innes, that was Elijah Innes is saying, I love missing my pit stall. So he didn't get a chance for service, but it's Superspeedway. Duck it on in. You'll be back when we take the green again. Yeah, and he's saying now he's going to be going ahead and pitting again, so everyone will be coming up one spot. Connor Trafari in the race chat, not a happy camper, as you can probably assume.
Probably not, but he did get caught up in that wreck, as well as Chris Worrell. Zishandera.
And no fast repairs here.
No, Zishandera got caught up in that as well, as he's going to come out of pit road after repairing some damage. Worrell out. I think Nick Kessler is the only one of those drivers that has actually put it on the hauler here, Byron.
Yep.
So unfortunate there for Nick Kessler. Going so well for him in the early running, but unfortunately came to a very abrupt halt. But I'm sure he'll be back next week.
Yeah, Ernie Ludwig's car looks like it has seen better days.
Yeah, but at least he's still got the front end on it, and it's only lost the hood, so it doesn't look like a paper modified at the moment.
Yeah, he'll have a lot of air conditioning, but not a lot of downforce.
Well, at least
Aero is going to be way messed up on this car.
Yeah, but at least this engine will be cool.
Yeah, he blows an engine due to overheating. Now that's going to be interesting. That's going to be, how in the heck can you do that?
You called out the wrong name, by the way, Byron. It's not Patrick KR this time. It's Patrick Troche this week.
Oh, Troche is in tonight, substituting for KR.
Yeah. So Patrick KR's brother, Patrick Troche, is in this one tonight, leading the field around as we are ready to go racing once again. Lights are off and they are doubled up. Once again, watch for McConey and Marchese on that second row. They will have the freshest tyres, as McFadden and Posey did not take tyres. They only took fuel. But in this early stage, we'll find out and see if that is a factor at the moment. It probably won't be, as the green flag flies and we are racing once again here at Daytona. And they will be eliminating 6 drivers here tonight, so they all need to be careful going into this one.
Yeah, none of those. Was Connor Trafari one of those 6? Because he's not a very happy camper.
Probably, as they come through turns 1 and 2, and Posey and McFadden holding on pretty well so far as they come out of turn 2 down the backstretch, and Marchese already looking hungry on the back of McFadden's car. And McFadden going to go down to the bottom of the track and take away the lead, but Marchese, with those fresher tyres now, being pushed by the number 28 of... It's not the 28, is it? It's who is that?
Would be the
Dan Brazington? Dan Brazington. No, it's 29, sorry. So Dan Brazington giving Marchese a push, sorry, I apologise. Like I said, my brain is still waking up and I'm trying to figure things out that haven't been figured out before yet in this race. But anyway, McFadden, your leader, Posey, just a nose out in front, as we've got a couple of people going down to the apron there and dropping to the back. So, and we see people do that all the time in these races, so nothing out of the norm for those guys as they come through 3 and 4 and down towards the tri-oval to complete lap 14. It's going to be neck and neck between Marchese and McFadden. A big bobble there by McFadden coming out of turn 4. That might cost him the lead there as he crossed the line. It does. Marchese gets it. Actually, give that lap to McFadden. He still managed to keep it out in front.
Yep, it's all about where that start-finish line is. We talk about it when we go to Talladega, how the start-finish line's way down by turn 1. This one's right in the middle of the tri-oval as they come around, so you need to get your run off of the corner a lot sooner as we see more cars electing to drop down and drop to the back. Marchese still holding that high line. Now, these guys have got to be putting this in their memory bank. Remember the monster runs that outside line was getting towards the end of that green flag run before the caution came out. They got to be remembering that outside line is going to come to life, especially when we get around 10 laps on the run.
Yeah, no single file situations this time around. People going side by side. But it's one of Marchese really eager to get his way forward. There's another bubble there by McFadden. puts Marchese out in front, but does not have the space to come down in front of the 71 at the moment as they come out of turn 2. And this is where you got to listen to your spotter here, Byron, because obviously Marchese is on that outside. And from what I know, if you don't have triple screens, you really have to listen because you can't see the driver to your inside.
Yeah, that's why I love, racing in VR like I do, because I can be rolling in that car. All I got to do is turn my head to look out the window, and I can actually see out the window. But Marchese still hanging tough on that outside lane. Looks like he's going to drop it to be the third car on the inside as the outside lane's losing steam.
That it is.
3 wide down the backstretch.
He did. Joe Gauthier going through the sucker hole right now. The 501 of Brandon Wilson going to try and follow him through. Wilson going to think better of that and slide in behind Connor Trafari. Dan Brazenton falling back quite a bit. The 28 of Ryan Decker is back there as well as Gauthier and Brazenton are falling by the wayside. People are starting to single file out now.
Yeah, and now they're starting to, think discretion would be the better part of valor. If I want to be in this thing and I got a car that's kind of semi-straight, I want to keep it semi-straight, keep it out of the wrecks. That's probably why you see a lot of guys drop down to the inside on that backstretch and fall to the rear.
That it is, as McFadden leads another lap here. Shane Posey still in second place. Those two guys, remember, during that last pit stop, during the caution, they did not take tyres. They only took fuel. Marchese and everybody backwards did take tyres, unless you're Elijah Innes. Actually, Innes, I think Innes went back in during the caution, so he does have tyres and fuel again. But I'm very surprised that McFadden and Posey are still keeping it out there with the older tyres on them.
Yeah, but you did see, McFadden making those little bobbles, off of the corner exit, off of turn 4, that was allowing Frank Marchese to get up to him on that outside line. And I think Frank Marchese saw those little bobbles and said, you know what, I need to be out of this outside line. Because if you bobble on the bottom, outside line really doesn't have anywhere to go when the cars start spinning.
Yeah. And Marchese, representing Dudes Racing, is running with those guys. He has been all week. And probably getting a lot of good insight from those drivers. Obviously, you see the guys in Dudes Racing. That's Greg McConey, Jason Papp, Brandon Wilson, and Ryan Worley. Those guys usually near the front. So probably getting a lot of good insight from those drivers. And it looks like it's really paying off in these early stages.
Yeah, they're just hanging out right there. They're going to stay hanging out right there as we're working lap 19 of 80. This is clicking, even though we've already had our first caution, this is clicking by pretty darn quick because they're putting a lap on Zayshawn Guerra.
Chris Walker in pit road, he was caught up in that incident. He's got some damage on his car. He's going to bring it in already. He overshot his pit stall by a massive margin, had to really back it up. But he's into pit road for a tyre change and some fuel already. And we'll be looking to try and get back. He's not had the best to run since he started racing in this series. As now we've got one on the outside. It's Greg McConey looking for an outside pass probably. He's going to fall to the back actually.
Yeah, Greg Marconi was having some connection issues there, was flashing out really bad. There he goes again and coming back. And when you're a super speedway racing and you're pack racing and someone's got a connection issue, that can be scary because when they come back, that is, the breeding ground of netcode. That is the breeding ground of, when you reappear in someone's car.
Now we're looking at the 9 of Zach Bowman right there. He's moved his way up to P4. He's up 10 spots from where he started. He started in P14, so good run for him so far. Here comes Chris Walker out of pit road. He's going to rejoin right in front of the leaders. Now that is a very, very scary spot to rejoin the track there. Probably a new driver's suit for the number 23 right there.
Yeah, well, new driver's suit for the number 71 as well as everyone in that line going by him. Lickety split, quick, fast, and in a hurry. As Connor Trafari getting a little down on the apron, getting it wide, gets it gathered back up. Lost a little bit of pace, but, he's well in the draft. He hasn't lost contact with the leaders, so they're just all singling out.
Yeah, but with the damage on his car, though, you've got to wonder what is he capable of doing, because obviously he's going to have lost some aero on that car and will probably be relying on people pushing him rather than him using the draft. make his way forward. We'll find out exactly what he's capable of doing at this moment. We've just passed the 1/4 distance here, and everybody just running clean and green, just enjoying the space they got. I think they might want to think twice about going double file again, because it ended in disaster last time.
Yeah, but this is about the time they started to go double file the last time. As here we go. Look at the outside lane starting to make a charge. Got the 67 machine out there flying in the wind of Joe Gauthier.
And Gauthier, who pointed his way into the playoffs via a win somewhere near the end of the regular season, so was very lucky to get himself in with that win. And
look at the run that he's got on that inside line.
Who, Gauthier?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean on the outside line?
He just passed. Yeah, I mean, he just passed. He had a run passing guys that were on the inside. He must have gone around 4 or 5 guys, and now Zach Borman dips up because he sees him coming, goes up to block that advance, ducks back down, and now you got Shane Posey moving to the outside, and here comes the 67 pulling right up to the back. So we're going to have side-by-side for the lead. This looks like a wash, rinse, repeat of what happened back at lap 12.
Yeah, Ernie Ludwig has gone up to that outside as well, being pushed by Chris Morrell. We've got a couple of damaged cars moving their way forward in that one. We've got Michael Anthony still on this as well. Chris Walker is still in this pack despite the damage on his car and just coming out of pit road. Probably that pit stop has helped him. Dustin Logston has gone up to that outside lane as well as Shane Posey, still being pushed by Gauthier, trying to make a run to the front of the pack, but here comes McFadden being pushed by Marchese now. McFadden getting that nose out in front once again.
Yeah, it looks like that outside line can side draft their way all the way up to the front, but once they get to the front and no more side draft on the line on the inside, it stalls out the run. And wow, here, look at the outside line coming back there about the 8th or 9th position. Here comes the charge. As long as we stay side by side, I think we'll be okay. It's when that 3-wide thing happens, that's when the issues went down.
Yeah, so McFadden and Marchese and I believe Zach Bowman all able to get better speed than Gauthier down the backstretch here. So that outside line still not fully formed up now, as only Ludwig now will look to join on to the back of Gauthier, but just as he does that, Gauthier jumps to the inside line. Ludwig now leading the outside.
Yeah, Gauthier saw his advance was stopping. He saw that there was a gap. I can get down in there, and he did. And here goes Marchese, side by side with McFadden for the lead.
Doesn't have any help though, so that's going to drop him back into the clutches of...
That's all right. Help's on the way.
Yeah, but how much help though? Because that's a seriously damaged Ernie Ludwig right behind him. Not sure if he's going to be capable enough to give him a push though, as we saw McFadden and Bowman going down to the apron there through 1 and 2. I'm not really sure what that was about, but they still kept it out there as we come through 3 and 4 once again. We're about to complete lap 26 of 80, and it's Bowman and firstly McFadden out in front. Gauthier now with the nose out in front in 3rd place. As there goes Bowman to the outside now, right in front of Marchese.
Yeah, things starting to heat up towards the front of the pack now, as Marchese giving one heck of a push to Borman, as Borman now slots down to the bottom line, and Marchese just, you can't wonder how much of a help Ludwig can be in the middle, in the second car in a position to push. He did draft his way up towards the front, but once he gets up there, it looks like it just stalls right out.
Yep, that great clips number 9 moving his way forward as Marchese still leading the outside line. Ludwig is actually doing really impressively right now. That damaged car really still being able to keep it up there as they're going to go around Deshandera again. Dera having a horrible night tonight.
Yeah, well, sometimes you're the ball, sometimes you're the bat, well, in this case, sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug.
Yeah. And unfortunately, Dera and the likes of Dera, Walker, Kessler, and others, they were the bug on the windshield as Jason Papa's finally joined us out on track.
Yeah, Jason Papp, he was able to get back in, albeit he's 10 laps down, having connection issues. Heartbreak for the driver, the number one, but it shows you the heart. And he's still competitive. He's going to go out there and run with these guys, and he's going to get every point that he can. Because think about it, another big one takes out cars, and people start parking it on the hauler. He can move on up the leaderboard.
Yeah, and want to put some focus on the number one of Jason Papp. Unfortunately, his dog passed away. I believe it was today. Sad loss, and thoughts going out to the family of Jason Papp for that. And yeah, not a nice time for the Papp family to go through. Losing the family dog is not an easy thing to go through.
No, it's not. It's just everyone, well, it's only a dog. No, it's not. It is a family member. I've got 3 dogs in my house. One's mine, one belongs to the wife, and one belongs to the kid. Frank Marchese, here we go. Green flag pit stops.
Oh, McConey really doing well to stay off the back of Marchese as they go into pit road. He really had to lock them up to slow down. Brandon Wilson also in pit road, so really working with the dudes racing drivers is Marchese as they all bring it down to pit road. He's an honorary member of that team here tonight as Marconi overshoots his pit stall by a big margin there, Byron. That's going to cost him.
Yep, it looks like left side tires for Frank Marchese and fuel as he takes it off the pit lane. Marconi's going to lose 2 spots on the pit cycle, but they all get out together. They're going to have drafting help. We're going to have to see where the green flags spot cycled them all out. But what I was saying earlier, though, people say it's only a dog. No. 3 dogs in my house. If we lost it, that's a family member. That's not just a dog. That's part of the family, and it hurts just as bad, losing the dog as it would be losing, a human being in your family. So, yeah, my condolences go out to the Papp family.
Absolutely. As we are looking at the next lot of drivers coming down to pit road, we've got Mark McFadden, Chris Worrell, earning a little bit. Dan Brazington in pit road, John LeBombard in pit road, and Elijah Innes will take over the lead here as he makes an outside pass on Zach Bowman. And remember, Innes took that late pit stop during the last caution, probably working out for him right now. Will probably go a lap longer, probably won't have the help though.
No, it's your pit strategy. It's all about the help that you get as the next batch peels off into pit lane. That's going to leave Borman and it's going to leave Borman out there. No.
Yeah, Elijah Innes and yeah.
Yep, Borman and Decker out there. I am trying to take a look to see where Marchese and his group cycled out. They are 4-car train hauling butt down the back, heading off into turn 3 right now.
All 4 of them are dudes racing cars, so that is a very well thought out plan here. I'm kind of creeped out by Brandon Wilson's car. That face on the hood is pretty creepy.
Yeah, I've been looking at that and trying not to at the same time. Some things you just can't unsee.
Yeah, as they fly around the outside of Chris Worrell, and they will move their way forward. Now, will they catch Conor Trafari and co? They're only just coming out of pit road now. Michael Anthony and everybody else is down pit road now, so they will take their pit stops. Will they get out in front of your chasing pack? We'll find out right now as Trafari is going to go up high and is going to let the dudes racing cars go by as they will take over and will probably take over the lead here as they will still be in pit road as they come out of turn 4. Shandera is just making his way into pit road, but Marchese looking to take over the lead here as he comes through the tri-oval. Bit of a wobbly moment there by Jason Papp, though. Needs to be careful at this point.
Yep, needs to be very careful as Marchese. Now, it's all about how much momentum are these guys going to carry for that last batch. It was on pit road. Are they going to get around him? We're going to find out here pretty darn quick.
As they come through turn 2, there goes Marcus Adams and Ryan Decker, and they're really flying around the outside. Michael Anthony leading that inside line coming out of pit road, but look at the speed advantage those dudes racing cars have as they just sail around the outside of Michael Anthony. Marchese, your new leader.
Yeah, Michael Anthony, he's going to be able to, I think, has enough in his car and close enough if he backs up to the car behind him to go ahead and catch this draft. Marchese says, okay, I've been on the point long enough. Let's cycle it around. These guys really working the strategy to maximize their fuel tank. Marchese only spending a couple, 3 laps up on the point, burning the most fuel. Now he falls back into 4th and lets the next car. It will be interesting to see on their strategy if they roll this to maximize their fuel by having one car on the point and then falling back.
Nothing but team strategy right there between those 4, as Marchese knows that the 501 of Brandon Wilson and the 12 of Greg McConey are playoff drivers, and they are probably going to be more important with regards to the outcome of the championship. So he's going to let them lead a couple of laps, get a couple of bonus points, and that will help them, as Marchese now defending from Michael Anthony. So you being a backup, being the rear gunner for these guys as well.
Yeah, as Borman's settling in right behind Michael Anthony. Now Marchese getting the push from Anthony, working his way back up to the point. Look at that outside line, man. The momentum that thing carries as Marchese gets his nose just out in front. But will he have enough to be out in front at the start-finish line? We're about to find out.
Big issue for John LeBombard. He got it loose coming out of turn 2 and was held around by Ernie Ludwig, unfortunately, as Marchese will push his way to the front, followed by Michael Anthony and Zach Bowman as they make their way around Zichandera again. And Marchese to the point, but big heartbreak for John LeBombard. He's had to put it, I believe, he's had to tow it to pit road. Not sure if he's going to be back out on track anytime soon.
Yeah, and another one putting it on the haulers right now would be Chris Walker, and then another one on the hauler, Joe Gauthier.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to Gauthier. He had a good run going, and unfortunately just put it on the hauler. Maybe he had an incident going into pit road. We might have missed it, but unfortunate for Gauthier. He was a playoff driver going into tonight. Not sure if he will be after tonight as we come and complete another lap. We're on lap 37 now. Michael Anthony now leading this piece with Elijah Innes to his outside.
Yeah, we're still side by side for the first 2 rows up front. Everyone else pretty much singled out. So we noticed that we had, Sam, about a 20-lap run before we saw green flag stops. So we're going to see green flag stops a couple, 3 more times if we don't see that caution.
Absolutely, as Shane Posey pushing the living daylights out of Elijah Innes, and Innes will move to the inside line, to the bottom line actually, and will take over the lead here as Posey is going to fall backwards behind Anthony and Bowman and probably Marchese as well, as LeBombard is back out on track. So it's not all over for the driver of the 95. Zichandera though is back
Chris
in pit road again.
putting it on the hauler tonight.
Oh wow! So people
attrition is taking a toll.
It is. It normally does here at Daytona. It's very surprising, but it normally does, and the field getting very, very much smaller as this race goes on. As they're all pretty much single file right now. Shane Posey really pretty much the only one on the outside now.
Yeah, Shane Posey hanging tough on the outside. We saw a single car. Joe Gauthier was able to draft on that outside line and gain a ton of momentum on the outside and move up as a single car, but I haven't seen that out of Shane Posey yet.
No, we haven't, as they come down to turn 1. We're on lap 39 of 80 here. Michael Anthony still leading this thing with Zach Bowman in second, Elijah Innes in third. Frank Marchese is still giving himself a good account here as he's there in P4 in that Rainbow Warrior Chevrolet as they come down the super stretch. Once again, Shane Posey still hanging strong on that outside line with Jason Papp to his inside. Papp only 10, well, I say only 10 laps down. He was 11 laps down, so he's got a lap back somewhere. I'm guessing he's going to have to lose that lap again somewhere because he's got to take it down pit road. But I say that, he took it down pit road with the rest of the guys, so never mind.
Yeah, but the retirements that we've seen already, Jason Papp stays out on this track and say nobody else retires a car, he's looking at top 15. For a guy that, you know, had a connection issue and got into the race 10 laps late, moved up from 22nd to 15th. Not bad.
Absolutely, as he's still hanging with these guys. Obviously, he started late because of a connection issue. He's back in it again. 10 laps down, still running strong. Obviously, not a single scratch on that number 1 machine, so obviously can still run with the lead pack, as John LeBombard has just been down pit road again, so more problems there for the 95. Dishan Duera is still in pit road right now.
Yep. Cross flags are in the air halfway home, folks. Already here at Daytona. Halfway down, halfway to go.
Yeah, and with that, that means we are going to take our halfway break in this race. And while we are trying to figure things out, and while we're on the run down towards the second run of green flag pit stops, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with more racing action. Do not go anywhere. You're not going to want to miss this. Oh, we just come back at the wrong time, as that is not going to bring out caution, but Michael Anthony getting spun out there. Jason Papp and Brandon Wilson, we might see a caution here. That's probably the most opportune moment to come back, as the yellow flag does come out. We're going to go back and take a look at what happened here, Byron, because that just caught us completely off guard there.
Yeah, I was just taking a look. Michael Anthony, as we were getting ready to come back from commercial break, Sam and I are, we're talking Formula One and everything else, while we're doing it. I'm backing up to take a look, and it looked like, it was, and they're not going to be some happy people. It looked to be, is that GT Park?
Yeah, it was GT Park on the outside, Jason Papp on the inside, Brandon Wilson getting involved as well. Looks like Ryan Decker got a piece of it too. Brandon Wilson getting the worst of it. He hit the inside wall. That was good enough to bring out the caution here for this one.
Well, it didn't bring the caution out for the longest time until Michael Anthony got up on the track and got stuck and couldn't get it spun around in time.
Yeah, and that was enough to bring out the caution in the end, and going to be a heartbreak there for a couple of drivers. Jason Papp, who was having such a good run, didn't get too much damage from that, and fortunately, he'll still continue. Brandon Wilson, though, probably not going to be happy with that one. He's one of the playoff drivers in this.
Yeah, not going to be happy. What are we talking about at the beginning of the race? You got to be here at the end to have a shot at it. And yeah, it didn't quite look like there was going to be an end right there, as we're going to see wholesale pit stops here. So that they're going to pit with 30 to go, which means they're going to have to come down pit lane one more time.
That they are.
32 to go, actually.
Yep, as they're going to come down pit road right now. There you are, 31 to go. They just crossed the line, so it's lap
31 to go.
Right, Marquez going to hit his pit stall. It's going to be wholesale pit stops. Who's going to get out first, though? Who's going to take just fuel? Who's going to take two tires? This is going to be an interesting pit stop right here, Byron.
Well, Frank Marchese. Oh, man, drag race between him and Borman. Frank Marchese taking left sides only, as there was a drag race between him and Borman. I couldn't tell you who got off pit road first. I think it was Borman.
It was Bowman winning the race off pit road. Marchese off second. Greg McConey rejoins in third. Then you got Shane Posey, Connor Trafari, Marcus Adams, Elijah Innes, Dan Brazington, who's another one of the playoff drivers here, looking to have a good result here tonight. Currently sitting in P8 right now. P9 is Mark McFadden, Dustin Logston rounding out your top 10. You got Ryan Decker, who was involved in that caution, is now down to P12 after Ernie Ludwig taking it out of pit road as well. Actually, Ernie Ludwig getting a lucky dog, I believe. So he's going to be looking to be back on the lead lap again. GT Park still in pit road. Ryan Decker just made actually GT Park just coming out of pit road. Brandon Wilson coming out of pit road with a damaged front end on his car. Ryan Decker, Michael Anthony still in pit road here. John LeBombard still going despite the incidents he's had tonight. But Ryan Decker and Michael Anthony might be done for the night. I don't see Michael Anthony in his car right now.
Michael Anthony, he might be up here. He heads it out pit road right now. Just now exiting pit road. He can't be very happy. He was a front running car there. Had the car, and had the track figured out how to get to the front. And then, things happen and you find yourself on the back foot with 30 to go.
Not too much damage on that Supra, so he might still have a chance of winning this thing. He's not going to lap down. He's still on the lead lap, is Bowman, so not too much trouble. Not Bowman, Anthony. So
Michael Anthony.
Yeah, he might still have a chance here. Zach Bowman in his Chevrolet as the lights go off on the pace truck. Pache Troke, as McConey's still having connection issues there.
Yeah, he's having them every now and then, and he's hoping that they settle down because, like I said, pack racing on the Superspeedway with connection issues, it's tough for all the guys around you.
as they come down the backstretch. Byron, I think it's your turn to get us going again.
It was my turn last time. I'll take it again as Patchy Troquet. He leads the field down the backstretch, heads it into turn 3. Look for him to take that left turn into the pit lane entrance. Zach Borman's got control of the field. Frank Marchese to his outside elbow. Zach Borman can hit the loud pedal and take off all he wants. It's not going to work. If you get away by yourself, the pack's going to run you down. We're waiting for the green flag as the pace truck's getting ready to take that left turn. Comes around the banking. Left turn. Get ready. Oh, there we are. Green flag's going to be in the air. Barney the flag man, he waves the green. Loud pedals get mashed. Everyone is on the gas up through the gearbox, hustling it off to turn 1.
Yeah, and Zach Bowman going to hold it out on that inside line. Marchese in his first start of the season for these guys, going to look to the outside of the number 9 as he's going to be pushing for what will probably be a very popular race win if he can get it. They're going to come through turn 2 right now. He's being pushed by Shane Posey. Bowman not exactly being pushed by Greg McConey right now as Elijah Innes is going to go to the apron and fall to the back.
Yeah, and you got to be wondering, how often do you want to fall to the back? Yeah, okay, we got 29 laps to go right now. Now's the time you kind of want to slowly and methodically move your way towards the front. I know it's 29 laps, but you need to be there. We got to have another green flag pits. If the caution doesn't come back out, we're going to have to come down the pit lane one more time. So the guys on the teams, they're talking to each other right now, trying to figure out what's our strategy going to be.
And it's only been 1 lap since the drop of the green flag, and we've already had 2 position changes. Marchese, getting to the front on the backstretch, and then just before the start-finish line, Zach Bowman taking it right back again. So the 24 and the 9 swapping positions now, but Marchese's stuck behind Bowman, and look who's coming for a charge on the outside. It's that number 83 machine, Shane Posey, being pushed by Marcus Adams right now.
Yeah, and he's got help with Adams to his rear. And don't look now, but we've got the 29 back there, Dan Brassington. That outside line seems to be trying to come to life as it's a drag race for the start-finish line.
That it is, and it's going to be given to Zach Bowman at the line. Shane Posey will get the second spot because of that. Because of being leading the outside line, and Bowman going to go sideways through 1 and 2. Somehow manages to save it, but that's going to give Shane Posey the advantage out in front there. Very scary moment for the 9 there.
Fresh underwear to the 9 pit, please. Fresh pair of underwear to the 9 pit. That was a major Code Brown moment, but look at the talent behind the wheel. He was able to gather it up and keep it straight.
Yeah, and he's not a happy camper as he's going to charge to the outside line with Connor Trafari pushing him to his outside. I believe Bowman and Trafari are teammates as well.
Oh boy, 3 wide.
Yeah, we are 3 wide as through the sucker hole goes Dan Brazenton. He's going to have to fall backwards as they come across the line down towards turn 1 here. And Bowman back to the point almost as quickly as he lost it. Great recovery there by the 9.
Yeah, now what did we say at the beginning of the race? You could be in 5th position, 2 laps to go, or you just saw it. He went from 5th to 1st in 1 lap here at Daytona. That's what pack racing is. That's what drafting is all about. And you just saw him work that draft magically.
That he did, as Marchese going to lead the outside line, followed by Dan Brazenton as they go through turns 3 and 4 once again. We've only got 25.
I'm looking for the Lucky Charms paint job, so I could have said magically delicious.
Yeah, that was Monday, not tonight. Anyway, as they come across the line, Shane Posey going to jump to the outside line now and try and move his way forward as he's going to try and get another lap led here tonight. Marchese up there as well. Dan Brazenton up there as well. Dustin Logston has moved his way forward as well. He's up 13 spots now, right behind Brazenton. McConey starting to fall backwards as McConey is actually going to bring it down, take it down to the apron and fall to the back.
And Marconi's deciding, I'm going to work strategy. I know I got to come to pit lane one more time. So Marconi is probably talking to his teammates who happen to be up on that outside row right now. They have no way to drop to the inside and drop to the back right at the moment. But they all want to come in together like you saw that well-choreographed green flag stop that they did where they kept the lead. So they're probably timing this out to in the next 3 laps, they're all going to be in their fuel window to make it to the win.
That they are, and Marchese, the only driver from that team up there still. He's really hammering on the back of Shane Posey as they come out of turn 2 right now. 24 laps to go in this one. Still as close as ever. Anybody in this pack could win this one at this point.
Yeah, now, we saw the group that came into pit first on their green flag stops. They wound up keeping the lead, so you got to wonder who's going to blink first. Who's going to be that first pack in? Because it seemed that the first pack in, if you were organized, hit your marks and got out, those 4 cars overhauled the whole rest of the field during their pit cycle.
Yeah, and if you can make it to less than 20 laps to go, which they will do, that means you can get that pit stop done and you'll be good to the end of the race. So we've got to be watching out for drivers here, making those short stops right now and trying to make it to the end here as Marcus Adams is going to jump to the outside line. Bowman tries to defend, but he's going to leave it a bit too late. He's going to have to settle with his teammate pushing him, as Marcus Adams will be pushed to the front now by Shane Posey. Posey going to go with him.
Yeah, Posey drops down. Marchese was wanting to drop down, but like you said, man, got to listen to that spotter. Did not have the clear over Borman. So Marchese falling back now, but you got to wonder if Marchese's just not looking for a spot to get to the inside, drop back to Marconi, and those teammates could all run for their pit stop together.
Well, you see Bowman there trying to come up to the high line as well. He did not have the room either, so Bowman trying to make his way back to the front as quickly as possible, but Marchese blocking that progress as they come out of turn 1 through turn 2. And again, very close, but the outside line faltering here. Marchese and Brazenton, the only 2 up there at the moment, as Posey actually going to join them up there. GT Park and Dustin Logsdon, as there goes Marchese making it 3 wide on the outside here. Great move there by Marchese. Can he pull it off? The answer will be no. That very high line going to be too slow for him.
Yeah, but he is dropping back to in the field. He's going to get caught with, close to his teammates with Marconi back there as Marchese settles it back into the outside line. Probably look for him to drop in behind Jason Patton. That puts him and Marconi bumpers locked as they get ready for pit stops.
Yeah, and Brandon Wilson in with that pack as well. Those guys, obviously, another teammate of theirs, so he's right in with them as now Marcus Adams leads this piece as they come down the super stretch right now. Shane Posey getting a nose out in front on the outside line as we've got a lovely aerial shot of these guys making their way down the super stretch right now. Brazenton really putting Posey under pressure as well as they go into turn 3. 21 laps to go. We will be 20 laps to go and safely a pit stop away from home distance here, Byron. They can make it from this next lap onwards.
Yes, they can, as Posey gets his nose out in front, takes the top spot for that lap. Marcus Adams still battling on the inside. Where did Marcus Adams come from? Started 11th. He's up there battling in the lead right now as he wants to keep that nose out in the fresh air. Anything happens behind him.
And that it does. And right behind Adams is still Zach Bowman. Conor Jafari still holding it up there as well. As Adams going to get pushed down to the apron ever so slightly. Gathers it back up again, but here comes Shane Posey to the point. Gets it down there through the corner. You don't see that very often, people making an outside pass through a corner like that.
No, he's got to have faith in his spotter as Marcus Adams is all over his rear bumper, bumping him, giving him a push as they're starting to get a little squirrely behind him right now. Marchese, third car in that outside line, just thought about making a 3-wide run one more time, but just not able to do it. As these guys, I'm thinking tires are starting to get worn. They're going to be looking for right sides on this last stop.
Yeah, that was a great shot I just saw right there. It looked like they were racing the aeroplane that was on the outside of the track, but obviously the aeroplane was going to win every time. On the outside line, being led by Dan Brazenton, though. Brazenton looking for a good result here tonight. GT Park right behind him as well. Marchese third in line on that outside. As, Brazenton really looking for a good result here tonight to put all that battle up behind him. And look who pops up right in front of him. Marcus Adams once again.
Yep, that outside line is starting to make a charge. The more cars they get in that outside line, the more momentum it seems that outside line is carrying. As I saw someone duck down to pit lane. Who was that?
That was I didn't see anybody down to pit road. My time of scoring is not telling me that anyone's in pit road, so unless it was Zishan Dera, but Duera's been in pit road for the best part of 20-30 laps now, so
I thought someone must have just been dropping back, and I thought I saw someone heading for pit lane.
yeah.
We are in the window for him to make it on one more stop.
Problem is, they're not single filed out right now, so that might cause problems for some of the drivers trying to make it down to pit road. Nobody going to come down yet, though. We're going to be 17 laps to go at the line. We know that they can't make it from here. The problem is, when are they going to? Who's going to be the first one to jump down to pit road? Who's going to be the first one to blink? As Brazenton gets a nose out in front right there, does not have the room to come down, has to drop back for now.
Yeah, and when they decide to come down to pit road, if they're going to be side-by-side racing like this, no one's getting down the low lane to make their move to pit lane. It's going to be a mad scramble. It's going to be interesting to see if guys can get on the binders and make it. Ooh!
And Adams is going to be shuffled out there.
Damn, Marcus Adams gets shuffled.
Big time.
How he kept that?
Oh.
How he kept that without causing a big one right there? Oh, he's going to hate it. He's going to fall off the back of the pack. He's got to be hoping that pit stops happen very soon.
Yeah, he's going to be hoping for a caution because he's completely lost the draft of these guys now as they're all getting a bit antsy right now. GT Park now leading and Marchese looking for a gap from the middle. He gets that gap from the middle, being pushed by Jason Papp right now. Brazenton going to come off the biggest loser in that one. He's going to fall backwards as here comes Zach Bowman once again on the outside line. They're all scrambling for position. They're trying to get down to the bottom line. They know pit stops are coming soon. That might be why they're all scrambling right now. Get down to that bottom line. Get that pit stop out of the way and try and get that run to the end of the race.
Man, that was a bold move from the 24, Frank Marchese. That was a move straight out of the Byron Rodney School of Speedway driving. He just took it right up the middle, gut shot, and got that position and then worked it down to the bottom. Bold move by the 24. Yeah,
GT Park now leading this race. Remember, he started pit road and went a lap down very quickly. He didn't go a lap down, actually. He started way off the pace from everybody else. Got that early caution, though. That put him well back up with the pack and is really taking advantage of it right now. He's leading this race with Shane Posey was in second place. Zach Bowman, probably one of my favorites at this point to win this race. He's been very ever-present. Marchese, probably another one of my favorites to win this one tonight.
Yep, and right about now, Sam, you got to be thinking that teams are talking to each other on the radio going, okay, when are we coming? And answer right now. Here comes the first group.
Yeah, and it's the Dudes Racing Cars coming down pit road, followed by Dan Brazenton, who's also down pit road. So the first lot of pit stops happening. Jason Papp in with these guys as well. Obviously, he's slowly making his way up from the field. He's got past Chris Worrell, who's obviously out of this race, but now this is when the strategy comes in. Who's going to be the fastest out of pit road? We saw when the first line of green flag stops happened, those Dudes Racing Cars were absolutely on it and rocketed their way back to the front, but are they going to do the same thing here tonight as we're looking for the second pack of cars to come around and make their way towards pit road, and no one's going to come down this time round.
Yeah, okay, we saw this. This was the recipe that we saw the last time. Dudes Racing came down first. Everyone else waited to the next lap or the lap after, and it worked out big time in Dudes Racing's favor. Now it's all for Dudes Racing. It's all about how fast can they form up in that line of 4 or 5 cars right now, because that's what's going to get them the track position to bring them to the forefront as everyone else makes their pit stops.
Yep, and McConey was the first driver out of pit road of that group. Brazenton out second, then you got Brandon Wilson. Marchese getting the worst pit stop out of those guys. He's fourth in line. Obviously, Jason Papp is multiple laps down, so he will not have the opportunity to fight up the front as they go single file once again, but nobody bringing down pit road once again from that lead pack.
No, and here's the thing. Now we need to see, now that the Dudes Racing pack has gotten up to speed, we need to check out their lap times versus the lap time. Say GT Park just did a 47.998. Now I need to take a look at Marconi, who's out in front of, well, he just dropped to the back of that group.
Yeah, Dan Brazenton
now we need to take a look at this. Dan Brazington. Let's take a look at his lap time, because his lap time is going to tell you, are they legging it out? Are they losing track position? These guys stay, well, I thought they would stay single file as they spread it. Look at Marchese, gut shot up the middle again.
Being pushed by Greg McConey as well, so Marchese looking to lead this pack, and he does. We've got more drivers down pit road. Zach Bowman, Connor Trafari, Michael Anthony, and Elijah Innes all in pit road as well. So 11 laps to go. Second round of pit stops coming through now. GT Park, Shane Posey, Mark McFadden, Dustin Logston. Those are the guys remaining to come down pit road, and those were the ones we hoping to get out in front with those pit stops. But the onus is on this pack right here, led by the 24 of Frank Marchese, to try and see if they can get that gut shot to the front, and it looks like they might do, although Bowman and co are already on their way out of pit road. Marchese and co just coming through the tri-oval.
Yeah, but look at the head of steam that Marchese is going to have as they come around turn 1, turn 2. They're going to overtake those cars on the backstretch, because we saw the closing speed was just phenomenal the last time we saw this happen, as we're coming up on 10 to go.
That we are, and it looks like Bowman and co have actually got out well ahead of everybody else. They're up to speed already, so Bowman, Trafari, Anthony Trafari, Ennis, all right there. And the Dudes Racing car is still chasing them down. We've got more people down pit road. McFadden and Logston just coming down to pit road as well. Posey and Park are just been down pit road as well. Can they hold it out in front of the Dudes Racing cars as well, as Posey leads them out of pit road?
Now it's going to be how long can you hold a straight line of cars on this track? If Dudes Racing wants to catch up to the 9 car and the group running in front of them, they have got to keep it in a neat, orderly fashion, like these guys are running nose to tail, bumper to bumper, darn near bump drafting each other, not wiggling on the track, holding a pretty wheel. That's what it takes to win a race at Daytona.
Yeah, McConey, we know he's already locked into the playoffs, the next round of the playoffs, so he is already set and done. He wants to get his teammate Brandon Wilson in as well. Pat might be dropping out of the playoffs at this point of the as things stand right now, because of him being so far down. But here come the Dudes Racing cars. They're going to be latching onto the back of this one, and Zach Bowman going to power his way around the outside and to the lead once again.
Okay, this is going to get good, Sam. We got 9 to go. We're going to have 8 to go when they cross the line. Dudes Racing has caught that lead pack. We're going to have a scramble, mad scramble for the front spot. This could be good, or could we have...
We'll find out in just a second, as there goes Elijah Innes blocking the progress of the Dudes Racing cars. That's probably might have been a crucial move there by Innes to prevent those Dudes Racing cars from moving forward. Posey going to go up there as well, as they're going to come around John LeBombard right now. That was a crucial move by Elijah Innes right there to halt the progress of those Dudes Racing cars.
Yeah, you can see Marchese thought about going 3 wide a little earlier, but they had that lap car up there. 4 wide don't quite work at Daytona, as we got a mad scramble. Now, it's anyone's game from this point.
It is anyone's game. We're 8 laps to go, and it's going to be a very exciting finish to the checker flag right here. Marchese trying to find a way past, as Shane Posey now gets a nose out in front, and will he come down the track to get in front of Zach Bowman? He's thinking about it, doesn't have the room. He's going to get caught right in the middle of these guys, and they're going to go right around the outside of him. Oh, there's Marchese, and Innes is going to get involved. We're going to have a big wreck here. No caution, though, unfortunately, for Marchese and everybody else, but that is a heartbreak at the end of the race, and Zach Bowman and everybody else just going to get away with it. We might see a caution here now. We do see a caution.
Caution on the track.
I believe that was Brazington going around. It wasn't Brazington. Who was that going around? I think it might have been I don't know who that was. I saw a black car going around. I didn't quite see who it was, though.
I'm going back taking a look right now. Marchese, he went high. And Posey got up into the inside of him, pushed him. Oh, Marchese took a hard hit on the inside.
Oh, it was Trafari that went around that brought out the caution.
Yeah, Colin Trafari not having the race that he was looking for. But, as mad as he was early on with that first caution, he's up there in the 4th position when all this broke out. So we're going to have to see where he slots in to restart. Damage to a lot of cars. Remember, no fast repair here. And how many times have we seen it? We're going to take the green probably with like 3 laps to go here, Sam. And it's still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, we've still got plenty of racing left to go here. And Marchese and co going to be very happy to see that caution come out. But although Marchese is still in pit road getting some damage fixed, he's probably going to be falling to the back of the pack anyway because he went into pit road while it was closed. But this gives the advantage back to Zach Bowman. Michael Anthony, who we saw was involved in that second caution, back up to 2nd place. Brandon Wilson up to 3rd. Dan Brazenton now sees a chance to move his way into the next round as well. He's currently sitting P4 right now.
Yeah, and I see Zayshawn Dwara circling out there on the track. He's got his car backed out, even though he is being scored 40 laps down. Jason Papp needs John LeBombard to sit for 3 more laps, and he'd get another position. Jason Papp, early connection issues cost him, probably a good run tonight. But, he's moved up the board due to attrition. And Connor Trafari on the hauler.
Yeah, Trafari is out of this race as we come to 5 laps to go here. Probably won't drop any more positions unless LeBombard can come up with a miracle here. Marchese making his way out of pit road. He's got a lot of left side damage. That's where the most of the damage is on his car and the rear of the car. So probably won't have the speed when we go back to green here, but is crucially still going to be on the lead lap. Ryan Decker.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of aero damage on that car. He took a hard lick to that inside wall. 24 was up there running at the lead at the start, from the drop of the green, being highly competitive. Bold moves with the what I call the Byron Rodney School of Speedway driving with that up the middle gut shot. If they're going to leave it open, take it and run, and he did. And just unfortunately, it did not pay off because guys got a little squirrely. All it takes is a little tap at speed and zip, see you, snap, see you bye.
This caution was the one that Marcus Adams needed. Remember, he got shuffled right to the back of the pack and lost the draft of everybody else in front of him. Now this caution has come out. That's put him right back up there with the rest of the field. Marcus Adams is another one that might see himself with an advantage here. Obviously, he's not a playoff driver, but he has been fast all night long here.
Yeah, at one point we were talking about Marcus Adams up there in the lead before the caution came out and before he got shuffled to the back and lost the draft. Yeah, you're right, 110%. That draft this caution was his best friend. And we're gonna take the green with maybe 3 laps to go, and so that's one more than green walk tracker. I gotta say it, I gotta say it.
Yeah,
but it doesn't matter. 3 laps is an eternity in the Speedway. We saw the move that who was it? Borman that got sideways, went from 1st to 5th, and then half a lap got back to 1st.
Yeah, great move from Bowman. As actually Bowman lights are off on the pace truck, and Bowman opting to restart on the outside line. Now, this is an interesting strategy by the 9. He knows that Michael Anthony is to his inside, but he sees, I believe, one playoff driver that's got a clean car just like him right behind him. That's Dan Brazenton. He knows Michael Anthony and Brandon Wilson are driving wounded cars to his inside. He might see Brazenton as more of a threat here at this point.
Yeah, he's gonna, but also, if he's got clean cars on that outside line behind him, remember the momentum that outside line carried when it got rolling. So he's looking to get a jump, maybe drop to the inside. I don't know what's going through their mind. They've pretty much made their bed. They've got to lay in it. We're going to run this thing to the checkers, and we're going to find out what happens.
Absolutely, and don't count out Dustin Logston as well. He's made his way up there too. He still has a clean car, so we'll be looking to see how he handles that one as we get ready to go racing once again. Pace truck is off. Can Bowman restart on that outside line as well as he can on the inside? And the answer is yes. A good restart there. Brazenton gonna try and go with him, although Anthony might have the speed on the inside. No, Brazenton going to be better as Bowman going to slide right to the bottom of the track and take over the lead right there. Brazenton's going to have Dustin Logston for company on that outside line.
Yeah, but that outside line's starting to gather itself up. The momentum's starting to pay off as they head around turn 2, rocketing down the backstretch. It's a drag race. The outside line looks like it's starting to climb up. Borman looking for a push, not quite getting the push that he's wanting off of the 8 of Michael Anthony. But Michael Anthony, now it's coming. Now he gets a little bump to push him out to the front. We're coming around. Popsicle sticks are in the air.
That they are. Popsicle sticks will be in the air as they come out of turn 4. Marcus Adams trying to make a way forward as well. Dustin Logston still pushing Dan Brazenton on that outside line. GT Park, Mike McFadden are up there as well. In the background, you see, I believe that's Elijah Innes who put on that bold move to bunch the field up, and which led to the incident. What it was, not saying it was Elijah Innes' fault. That was a great move by Innes to put himself up there, but it bunched the pack up and they just didn't know what to do with it. But coming to 2 laps to go, we are 2 laps to go. Popsicle sticks are in the air. Marchese has completely fallen off the draft. No aero on that car. He is completely gone into the distance. But at the moment, it's Zach Bowman with the advantage out in front. That outside line is completely gone. Dan Brazenton fallen to the back.
Yeah, you're going to have to get a crowbar to get Borman off of that bottom lane as he sees the outside line not there right now. But here comes the outside line in the form of Marcus Adams, and everyone's starting to come up. They want to get up for that momentum as Borman goes up to block the advance, drops back down as we are white flag in the air, and we're going to run this thing right to the end. No green-white checker here tonight. Borman on the bottom, looking to keep it out there. Can he do it?
And that's going to be the big question. It's going to be the big run down to the line that really answers all the questions there as they come their way in towards turn 3. It's going to be very close between these top drivers as they come through turn 3 in towards turn 4. Can Bowman hold on the exit of turn 4? It's going to be one bad push that decides it all. There goes Michael Anthony. Marcus Adams goes around. It's going to be Zach Bowman out the line, followed by Brandon Wilson, and Dan Brazenton gets 3rd place here. That is going to be crucial for Brazenton with one eye towards the next round of the playoffs, but it's Zach Bowman that gets the win here tonight. Great end to this race.
Oh man, if your name is Michael Anthony, you are just spitting nails right now, wondering what have I got to do to get it. You know, he had a 2nd place locked up right there. I don't think he had enough to get a run on Borman, but he did look like he had enough run to get that 2nd spot on the podium, and just a bad push in the tri-oval is all it took. And Michael Anthony comes home in the 12th position. Dropped 10 spots in one spin.
Unfortunately, it was a bad push by his own teammate that caused it. So, probably not going to be... I'd love to be a fly on the wall in that team garage right now.
We could be a fly on the wall, but this is a family-friendly show. So, we don't want to bring that kind of... your kids might learn some new words. We'll put it that way.
That's true, as we're going to watch Zach Bowman burn them down here. A great win by Bowman as he will progress to the next round of the playoffs here and being with a chance to get a championship as we close in on the final couple of races in this championship. Obviously, they are off next week, but they will return at Talladega in 2 weeks' time. Going to be looking forward to that one. Byron, your thoughts on the race before we go to the interview?
Oh, you know what? How many times have we seen super speedway races, Sam, where it's just caution after caution because of the pack racing? And we went relatively caution. We had green flag stops in this thing. Strategy playing out. The pack got all bunched up, and that last caution just come out and made it a 3-lap dash to the end. I am so impressed with this league. Can't wait to see how the playoffs play out.
Absolutely. So Zach Bowman picking up that win pointing his way into the playoffs. Now we're going to be looking to see who goes where with regards to the playoffs next in 2 weeks' time. But right now, we're just going to focus on the race winners. We'll talk about the who made it through next time we broadcast. But right now, we are going to go to the interviews here on ESPN with the top three, and we are going to reach out to the man that won this race, and Byron has made his way down to the track and is trying to catch him up right there as he's still doing burnouts. Byron, I believe you have Zach Berman with you right now.
Yeah, well, I had to get the drone to hold the microphone in the windows. He's just laying rubber down the track. Man, congratulations on the win. I saw you get the jump. Talk to me about that decision to take the outside lane on that restart.
Yeah, well, I don't think I would have done it with the majority of the field in second, but I trust Mike. He told me he was a little bit of damage, and helped each other out because that damage was kind of hindering him, so he couldn't really tug that outside lane. So I said, hey, man, I'll give you a tow and see what we could do coming off 4 on the white. So, hey, it's nice when things go according to plan sometimes.
Well, if your name's Michael Anthony, it didn't go according to plan. He went from a second place finish to a 12th place finish when he got a push from behind that went wrong in the tri-oval. But that all happened behind you. Once you got to the bottom, I figured it was going to take a crowbar to root you off of it. Was that the game plan coming to the checkers?
Absolutely. I mean, I kept watching in my mirror to see if that top line would get any momentum going. And they got pretty close. And I think Mike really wanted to go. But once he had Marcus behind him, a guy who he works really, really well with, I think they weren't going to go until both of them cleared. And then off 4, yeah, I'm really bummed for him. But at least the thing about Mike is, yeah, he has that if you ain't first, you're last attitude. So, I mean, I'm sure he's bummed. But, yeah.
Hey, that's the attitude. Come home with a trophy or the steering wheel, one of the two.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just, it's so nice to be back. I mean, I've had a string of some pretty brutal luck here over the last 4, 5, 6 weeks. So just being in position at the finish, every time I talk to you guys, it's, hey, just that's the most important thing. Just put yourself in the position and hope it goes your way. And
yeah, and we saw you did that. You were able to do that. You got it out there. Top spot, playoff bound. Your thoughts going forward?
I mean, if I could just have carbon copies of these races, aside from maybe the heart palpitations those couple times in turn 1 tonight, I'll take it. I mean, just nice, clean, avoid contact, avoid the wrecks. It's always big. My goal every time, just avoid that first big wreck and get the pit stops, chill in the back, and then cycle up to the front after that first set of green stops. And yeah, it works for me. I'm there at the end. Just it's nice to finally put it together.
Well, there you go. You're going to take the checkered flag home with you tonight. Anyone you want to thank for helping get you there?
Absolutely, Mike directly. I mean, without him, I'm not winning this race. I'm really bummed for how his race finished. Jason, Greg, all those guys who put this league on there, they work really hard, harder than they should, and I don't think they get enough praise from us. And then all our supporters, Rowdy Energy, the Midwest Motor Customs, Buck Kicker, Circle B, and the iFlag. Yeah, that was fun. That was entertaining. I love it. So I hope they love it. Yeah, let's try to up the bar next week too.
No, there you go, man. Ladies and gentlemen, that is your race winner, Zach Borman. Go and celebrate your victory, my friend.
Will do. See you next week.
Zach Borman, everybody.
That was Zach Berman joining us from Victory Lane here at Daytona. I just had an update on the points in the playoffs, and we'll get to that in just a second. And it's good news for the other two drivers we'll be speaking to in just a second, as we are just about ready. I'll be just 2 seconds. I'm just dealing with this, as I'm going to reach out to the man that finished second right now, if I can find him. There he is. I'm going to bring him down right now, if it'll let me. As we're going to bring down the man that finished second right now. And Brandon, it's a very up and down race for you, but second place at the end of that one. Got to be happy with things at the end at the end of it all.
Oh yeah, up and down is yeah. Let's just call it that. It's crazy. Just got lucky to get through that last wreck that I drove through. I don't know if y'all see that in car, but I don't even know how I made it through it. But yeah, I mean, I'll take second place after all that.
Yeah, and obviously that second place was important because that actually pointed your way into the next round of the playoffs. I mean, you used a lot of team strategy here tonight, you and Dudes Racing and your honorary teammate Frank Marchese. A lot of team strategy through those green flag pit stops. Second time round didn't quite pay off, but the first time around, you guys really had it on par right there.
Yeah, but we were all together there pretty close. That's the reason why it probably worked out the best. But yeah, we have a few cars in between. It does slow it down a little bit, but you know, I think we did pretty well as far as the pit stops go. And but that first one, yeah, I agree, it was pretty good.
Absolutely, and like I said, this second place, despite everything that happened, does move you way into the round. I believe it's the round of 10. That's the next round. I'm not sure if that's right, but you move on into the playoffs, and you still have a chance of getting a championship. And in 2 weeks' time, you continue that search to become champion here, Brandon. What are your thoughts heading into Talladega in 2 weeks' time? Got to reset everything, right?
Yeah, it resets. I'm just hoping that this next race we go to, that driver talent doesn't run out like it did tonight. You know, but it's a super speedway race and it happens, but we're better than that. I know we can go long green flag laps. So I'm just hoping that carries over into this last race. Everybody has at least a fair chance, and just get a good race in. So definitely looking forward to it.
All right, so before I let you go and celebrate your second place here tonight and your progression in the playoffs, Brandon, anybody you'd like to give a shout out to who's responsible for bringing you to second place here tonight?
Circle B Diecast, Rowdy Energy, iRacing, iFlag, Butt Kicker, Midwest Motor Customs, my teammates at Dudes Racing. Of course, you guys do a great job as always.
All right, well, Brandon, go and go and get a good rest. You've definitely earned it here tonight. Congratulations on the second place, and we'll catch you in 2 weeks when we head to Talladega.
Thanks, man.
That was Brandon Wilson joining me from second place. Now joining Byron from third place, and I will bring him in a minute. I'm just updating me timing and scoring right now, so bear with me. Joining Byron from third place, if he's still here, there he is one Mr. Dan Brazenton. And Byron, I'm pretty sure you can share the good news with him.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Dan, I'm going to give you some good news because you know what? That third place you got tonight, we didn't think you were going to get it. All hell breaks loose in front of you. You roll it up into the third place from starting in the 15th at the beginning. Welcome to the playoffs, my friend.
I appreciate it. I think I'm out of horseshoes, though.
Yeah, well, I saw you, man. You were up, you were down, you were up, you were down. A fun little fact, first, second, and third tonight that finished 13th, 12th, and 14th. And first, second, and third that finished tonight finished from 14th, 13th, and 15th. It's like you guys swapped positions. You quietly moved your way up to the front. You were there when it counted. Saw you get a little contact early on in the race, but didn't seem to hurt you. Tell me about that run.
I'm telling you, it was just all luck. That first caution in lap 9, I'm still trying to process how I made it through there with no damage. Then got a little sideways, got hit in the wrong side of the car during one of those bump drafts, but just tried to hang it out and be there at the end. And I got the right draft right there at the end and got me a podium, so I'm more than happy with that.
Well, like you say in the trucking industry, Hail Mary, mother of motor, drop the gear and split it twice and mash the pedal. Let's go. You made it to third place, my friend. You're in the playoffs. What's your thoughts going forward?
Just keeping it clean. I want to make it all the way to the end, see what I can do there. Hopefully I can keep that 29 clean and up front and put on a show for everybody.
Well, hopefully we'll be talking to you a lot more. Anyone you want to shout out to before we let you go and celebrate that podium?
Oh, yeah, I'd like to thank the sponsors, Circle B Diecast, Rowdy Energy, iRacing, Flag, Butt Kicker, Midwest Motor Customs and everybody to push this on every Friday night. And thanks to y'all for putting this on our broadcast and everything. I know y'all do our broadcast too, and it's top notch, so we appreciate that.
Well, when you get guys putting on a top-notch show, it makes it easy to, put on a top-notch broadcast. I'll tell you that much. Congratulations on third place, man, and welcome to the playoffs.
Appreciate it, Byron.
All righty, that's your third place finisher, everyone. Dan Brasington in the 29 machine.
I'm trying to find. As that was Dan Brasington joining us from third place there, and yeah, your final 10, I believe it is set. It's going to be interesting going forward here, Byron. We have got one heck of a final few races coming up here on ESPN with these guys.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the playoffs go. They get down in those long green flag runs. They know they got to be there at the end of the race to be there for the end of the race. But the intensity is going to get dialed up because in the championship rounds, you got to score, you got to be there. And you think you saw some aggressive moves now, wait till the playoffs.
Oh, yeah, we're already in the playoffs, but it's just the next round of the playoffs. Anyway.
Well, deeper in the playoffs. I'm looking for the championship round myself.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. But right now, we are going to go straight to the results of this one as we are ready to get going out of this one. And Byron needs to go and get some shut-eye because he's got to get up early in the morning. Bringing home the win here tonight and getting the moving his way forward with respect to by a win is Zach Bowman. Second place tonight coming across the line was Brandon Wilson and Dan Brasington, who coming into tonight actually was last in the playoff standings, moves his way forward in the playoffs by that third place, so great move for him. Another driver progressing in the playoffs, I believe, is Mark McFadden. He gets P4. GT Park rounds out your top 5 here tonight. Dustin Logston, P6. Marcus Adams in P7. Bad push on his teammate, costing him a possible win here tonight. Elijah Ennis in P8. Ernie Ludwig rebounding for P9 after his early wreck. Michael Anthony, heartbreak for him. He finishes just outside the top, just in at the tail end of the top 10 in P10. Shane Posey in P11, Byron.
Yeah, Ryan Decker brings it home in the 12th spot. First car lap down. Frank Marchese, what a heartbreak for the 24 machine. He was out in front most of the race, battling, and just this is what happens. Superspeedway racing gets a 13th place. Greg Marconi brings it home in the 14th position. Connor Trafari, not a happy camper tonight, coming home in 15th. John LeBombard, 16th, followed by Jason Papp. Zayshawn Duera in 18th. Chris Worrell in 19th. Joe Gauthier, 20th. Chris Walker in 21st. And first one on the hauler tonight, 71 laps down, Nick Kessel.
I'm not sure why, but it says Chris Walker's from Barbados. I don't think he is. But anyway, that is going to do it for us here on ESPN.
This might be where he wants to be.
Yeah, I know. But anyway, that is going to do it for us here on ESPN. Fantastic race. A big shout out to the league sponsors, Circle B Diecast, Rowdy Energy, iRace, Knife Flag, Butt Kicker, and Midwest Motor Customs. Good to have those guys on board. But for that, is going to do it for us tonight. We're going to look through the schedule. Don't forget, tomorrow you can join myself and Frank Marchese in the booth for eFormula as they head to Monza. Then on Sunday we have the return of the Medieval Racing League, and that will round out your week. But for now, that's going to be it for myself and Byron Rodney. All that's left for me to say is keep it clean, keep it green. We will see you tomorrow afternoon for live Formula 3.5 action. Have a good night.